So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another casted game. We're in the ECL week number 2, actually. I need to change that. Between the Guardians and the Semi-FF gang, it's Shake versus Passi. It is the rematch, the grudge match of all time. I think these two players have played each other now in about 3 or 4 series. Most of the time, Passi getting the dubs. And this is the second game, so I do have to quickly change the scoreboard. I did believe that... I don't actually know who won the last game. I think it was Passi, so I would have awarded him the point until I hear difference. But these are some live casted games now. And we're joining in the second game on Dakota. Shake is spawning to the northwestern map in the colour blue, playing as the Maltese. One of my absolute favourite civs at the moment. With Passi, he's playing his main squeeze. It's the Germans spawning down to the southeast in the colour red. Opening up with a market. Let me check my friend of foe colours. We're all good there as well. And Shake has been going on and on and on about his Maltese gameplay for the last month or so. He's been addicted to this civ. And I remember a time I used to play Malta versus Shake. He was playing Brits when they were still OPS tier. And I might have fixed gun, stored him and all that. And he might call me lame a few times. But now he's a convert to Malta. He loves to play style. And all he does is try to shove recorded games in front of my face and Lion's face, just showing how good he is with this civ. So I'm really interested to see what Shake can provide for us, especially versus a civ like Germany, which I can talk about the matchup a little bit more. But just to tie us off in the first stage, going for a H1 trading post, going for a house, going for 3 villagers. Potential here for a German tongue opening. I don't think he's going aggressive here. He doesn't have 600 wood, so I'm expecting more of a defensive gameplay style here from Shake. And given the map and the wall in the cliffs, I think defensive play style works very nicely. On the southern side, some decent treasure down here. 80 coin by 2 wolves, 80 food by 2 black bears, and another 80 food. Dakota always high on the food treasures, and this will help Shake's age up time. He should be trying to age up with 15 villagers, I believe. And this double food treasures will certainly help him, especially got a crack shot as well. And that will help his transition very much so. But back onto Passi. Let's look at his point of view. He hasn't seen too many great treasures. The map Dakota is divided into double quadrants in the sense that you spawn in one quadrant, your opponent spawns in the other quadrant, and there's some decent resources, and more importantly, the treasures spawn in the other quadrants, the southwest and the northeast, and that's where both players' explorers have kind of drifted into. I mean, there's this awkward phase where once you've done exploring your side, you kind of walk right through the middle and quite often bump into each other's explorer at this point. And I don't think Passi will find too much on this southern side now, because that's where Shake's kind of been looting. So he's going to be chilling out and waiting for his TP to build. So far the Age 1 here has been pretty decent. I think it's a favourite to Shake just a little bit so far. Good afternoon, Bronchi. Good afternoon, Chiss. Stereotype. Crab got maybe a VIP badge another time, but for the time being, we're looking at this epic cast. Passi go for a defensive trading post side. I think he's aware that Malta can go aggressive bow pike, so I really like this judgment here to go for a trading post far out of the way as possible. I think Shake's trading post right in the middle was a bit reckless. I don't think there's a need to go middle side. I think you just go on the far left. Maybe this is for line of sight for the Orlands, but I'm struggling on that placement, but it's not too much of a big deal here. So I know that Shake really likes to go forward commandery with the Maltese if he does the German tongue build. Let's look at Passi's deck here. Very standard. Does have Silversmith in the second age at the expense of 2 settler wagons. Silversmith was made famous by I'm Turk Kaiser Klein, kind of mid DE, but it's kind of fallen out of favour. I haven't really seen too many people use that card, and kind of looking at Passi's map here, I'm about to say the gold mines look terrible, but actually it was Shake's Explorer covering that gold mine on the minimap, so it's not too bad. He should be able to get some good use from that if he wanted to go that way. And again, though, if you want economy, you can just go CDBs from the Cree settlement instead. Double Ullans, double Skirm, no Dops, and the standard mercenaries, no Merc combat cards. Age 4 is pretty simple. So I'm kind of expecting a Cav semi here from Passi. This is a tournament game. He's going to play his bread and butter, get back to basics here, but do them really well. And if anything, Cav semi is really annoying for Malta to deal with. There's the stable, as predictable. Probably 2 houses, get the steel traps in as well. And we'll roll from there. On to Shake's point of view. German tongue has been used. The market down already. Might have bought a little bit of wood there to help out. Got a decent time. Set wagons build straight away. He's actually getting the set wagons straight onto gold. Double hospital, I think, might be a bit too ambitious for the time being. He might need to send in 700 wood. I have a feeling that Shake will be going for sentinels here. Defense. He really does like the musketeer unit, and actually versus Germany, there's no reason not. Range defense is great, and the melee mode they have versus Cav is also insane. They do more damage than the pikemen, so something worth to consider. But a couple pikes to open up is not a problem as well. I'm going to try and keep it as defensive in deck as in base as possible. No reason to push out. It does have one villager outside. That great coats will be coming soon enough, I hope. Never forget those great coats. But yeah, here from Passi, I really dislike this. Like with the Uhlans, your prize is to kill the villagers. A trading post kill is nice, but you're just buying so much time here for Shake, who's really investing hard into economy. He's having to produce settler wagons, produce villagers, marketects, housing, all of it, you name it. I've got so many Uhlans here. Critical for raiding villagers, just chilling outside the base, sieging the trading post, and just showing Shake his entire hand at the moment. Double sentinels are being trained though, so we will see a little bit of sentinel pike defense, just enough to kind of cover. He has confirmed it is a Cav semi by counting the Uhlans, gets fingers out, and 5 sentinels here should help that defense quite nicely. And I think Shake will be looking to age now. I don't really think Shake would want to train another unit. He may, make me look like a silly boy and can stay age 2 fully and go Musk Huss, but I do think the third age is where Maltese want to be in this matchup. So the train post does go down. Shake still has all his villagers here. Passi might be happy with that. I think Passi's actually really happy that he's got to keep all his cav alive. Gonna age up with tempo, more units to upgrade. Aging up now already as it is, so gonna hit a decent time. And I think actually because of this fast FF here, or semi FF with only a 5 Uhlans trains, Shake might not even have time to age up. And when I said, I don't think, I think Shake will probably age up now, not train units. I'm kind of changing my mind already. I think that if he does age up, he just won't have time, and that timing attack with the skirmishers and the Uhlans will be right in his base straight away. And I'm kind of wanting to see depots being placed in these little choke points. This can be ward. This could be ward. This can be ward up here. Maybe not as much, but certainly depots going down to help the rate of fire, the sentinels, bit of defensive play, get into Passi's head. We're at the ECL level. Winning the mental war is such a huge thing in these tournaments. Like Passi, I think Passi's scared of Shake. Like Passi, I've never seen Passi not raid with Uhlans before, and this is kind of like a mental game in the tournaments. We have to think about what is Shake thinking at this time, and what is Passi thinking. Shake is sending in 700 gold. He's now researching steel traps, but he's not going to age. He can't age now. He hasn't got the fast age card. So, and we'd train another 10 sentinels. He's committing to age 2. And meanwhile, Passi is just letting Shake go for full villager boom, full settler wagon boom, market techs, Wigner court. I suppose the only thing Passi can really play for here, apart from going for a time and push and strong fight, micro and win, is to actually maybe contain, look at the resources. He's got access to the TP line, maybe go for Kree CDBs. He's got the range with the skirmishers. We'd really like to see some strong micro here, the skirmishers. There's a lot of sentinels to pick up here, and pikemen, all are weak to skirmishers. And Passi has the tools to play Malta around at the moment, and he's looking for his time to strike. Yeah, he needs to pull trick the skirmishers though. They're going to take too long to get into combat. I think he's thinking of it. He knows. Yes, I'm loving that Passi. Nice little pull trick there. Get the skirmishers moving forwards. You have more caverns, skirms, and these guys are going to get knackered by the time they get to the battlefield. But that's exactly what we want to see at this level. Good principles, good ideas, and good strategy, and in we go. Settler wagons get into the town centre. Very good. Not getting into the commandery. Once you get into it once and exit, you can't get in it for like another 2 minutes, so don't fall into that trap. House goes down, but it's not the house we need, Passi. We need to make good, positive intentions into the base, killing the vills, and one vill goes down there. Perfect. attack there from Passi. I'm going to keep on moving this party forwards. The thing is, Shake is actually aging. Has he got time for this? I guess his first card will be a fixed gun or 9 sentinels instead of fast stage, but Pike's moving forward. Has to come out, but there is Uhlans and some war wagons here, so there is potential. Minimeng being called out here, and actually the Hussars snaring. There's some Uhlans up here just chilling, having their own little Brokeback Mountain situation away from the combat. Uhlans going down. The Hussars are still not killed, and Passi will do very well to pick up that final Hussar. That does go down. And yeah, now Skirmishers can just about do some damage, but remember, Sentinels, combat bonus underneath the defensive buildings. These are really strong units, and in close range, they will dominate versus the Skirmishers. And has Passi essentially pushed, having sent 1,000 wood? Oh, he did send the war wagons, but they're just chilling at home on the gold mine. That's really awkward. Passi going for the tempo there, but only pushing on 1 military shipment. But I don't know why he's lacking military shipments. He skipped 700 wood as well, so he should be spamming out the shipments, but it's just not quite happening for him. And maybe it's just not training that second batch of Uhlans, not getting the raids in. It just feels so slow. And you know, Malta's greatest weakness in the matchup, in the meta, is timing pushes. And now that this timing push has kind of been and gone, might pick up the covered wagon for free, which is very nice, but I don't actually see Passi's major win condition at the moment. I think it's all on Shake. Shake should be able to, with great play, close the game out, as I've said, but Shake certainly has the upper hand at the moment. Covered wagon does go down. That's rather unfortunate, but it's not going to be game deciding at the moment. Decent amount of wood actually here from Passi. Let's look at his market sex. Playing some mines, getting houses down, 1 racks, 1 stable. He does have the vets. Potentially looking at church or a training post or a crease, something else, just to get that investment in. He's actually had settler wagons chopping on the trees as well, so you know, sometimes when you look at that 4, you think it's a couple of vills, it's all fine, but no, it's quite a sizable amount of the economy just on wood income, but not being used. Fixed gun in, not much hunt it's protecting. And even Shake is scared of Passi now. Not looking to get on the map. Explorer's building one, but Cardinal Sin here by Shake. No cross-cover fire from the fixed guns. One of the greatest things about Malta is, or the greatest trick is, if you have 2 fixed guns covering each other, then there's absolutely no way you take it down with a brute force approach of just sitting underneath it, because you will just get damage done from the other. I'm struggling to see what all the war wagons are here for. He's still training war wagons, and although Skirm war wagon is good, you know, your 9 Uhlans shipment is an incredible shipment, and it's so much better than 7 Skirms. People may argue about that with me, but I'm struggling to see the momentum. I'm supposed to remaster the skirmishes somehow after the 3 thingy. Fixed gun, we'll get a doink. No, just about gets out the way. Stagecoach in, second TP, and yeah, this is some good play. Passi is starting to kind of, you know, change his ideas around, but oh, he's just letting Malta sneak out the base. Huge amount of vills back here to raid, though. He should be sniffing that. Again, the Uhlans, they're not dying on the hunt. He knows exactly where the hunt is. He's just kind of not going for the vill raids. Like, if Passi was playing versus me, he would have 20 Uhlans right on my hunting. Let's go. Distracting with the war wagons, baiting the attack. Military moves in, cav raid at the back. Classic German textbook play, loving it. And so many vills trapped in the trees. That should be at least all 4 of them going down here. Oh, actually, it's probably being scouted at by fixed gun line of sight. I think in that point you just commit to it, really. Shake surprised me with that catch, actually. That's actually really impressive. I was not expecting that as well, even having caster privileges. Next fixed gun moves forward. It's just, again, it's not quite in the placement. This fixed gun probably wants to be about here, so it's in the range of the other fixed gun as well, but I don't think Passi wants to jump into this. Artillery foundry comes down just now. We'll need some coals to deal with the fixed gun. We'll need at least 4. And if he does attack with coals, split them up. It's always sad watching people attack fixed guns with artillery in like a small little bundle, like forgetting that the fixed gun has a 5 area of effect damage, and you know, you can nerf the stats versus unit types, but you can't nerf the area effects depending on units. So all those artillery get dunked on, and yeah, fixed gun comes up. He's uncommitted. Yeah, he's gonna back out. Going for Falcs. Falcs work. I mean, Falcs Coals do the same job in mass, but there'll be a huge committal though with the Falcs. Like you will have to get up close and potentially in range of the second gun. But yeah, he should be fine if he takes his time. Score still in advantage of Passi for the time being. He does have all his TPs on wood. I would like to see a little bit of XP somewhere, because generally his shipment curve is just ground to a complete standstill. Not taking the fights, not getting XP income, and he's just kind of having to economy it out. But you know, your Civ bonus is the shipment, so maybe one of these stagecoaches on XP will be fantastic. No church as well. Nice husk raid here from Shake, but Passi's wise to it. I think that was scouted out by the train post, so War Wagon's here to intercept. Split micro on the lands onto the husk, that's great. Those all go down. That's 800 resources picked up there by Passi. And yeah, 5 Falc. Full batch of Colves as well. I think he's going to try and sell at the market to get another 2, so looking for a 5 Falc. 4 Colv timing. War Wagon's providing enough anti-cav. And the thing is, Shake, he does have an artillery foundry as well, so he could be anticipating this. And he does actually have 1 Colv for an in. This might turn into a Colv micro, and we all know what artillery micro at the 1700 elo is, and what that usually is a bit of a lot to be desired sometimes. Passi, this is the point in time where I think Passi gets most frustrated. He just really hates defensive playstyles and artillery. He's such a Kaiser Klein 8 Hussar micro enjoyer. That's his favourite part of Age of Empires 3. So when this comes in, he's just gonna move right in and right click this, and that goes down, and there's no way Shake's getting a refund from that fixed gun, so that's a nice pick up there so far. And the tempo's pretty good. Did lose 3 sculptures there, which is a bit of a shame, but it's okay. He does have an ideas, and he's just keep on marching. He's got to unpack this and move and pick up the next fixed gun. That's his next high priority target. Don't worry about the hospitals. Don't worry about the TC just yet. This fixed gun keeps managing to pick up units. It's getting so much value, and that's our next target. Oh man, that's loud. But you see how this fixed gun's always picking up multiple kills each and every time. He's moving it all as one, but he got 2 Colv interference here by Shake. He's going to target the Colvs. 1 Colv goes down. Oh, the Colv just about survives double Colv shot thanks to HP bonus, but both goes down. And yeah, Colv's targeting the fixed gun. Artillery onto the Falcs, but it's hard to say actually what's the biggest damage dealer. Is it the fixed gun or the Sentinels? He's going to try and split up. Vilpool coming out. Sentinels diving forward as well with the buff. There's no depots here as well, which are really annoy Passi. Villager pull right on top of the Culverin, super play. Get the fixed gun down. It's so low, you've got to commit at this moment in time. And that kind of breaks the Maltese kind of defense. Decent amount of skirm War Wagon behind, so all the Sentinels going down. There's a fixed gun supposed to be built, but no way that gets built. And I think from Shake's point of view, if he loses that fixed gun, I think he loses all resources on it. It's I wouldn't say it's bugged, but I think it's just weird how it is. You don't actually get refunds on that, which is because it does count as a unit. Please kill it. Don't let it go down. Backdoor Hussar raid. Passi won't say this. He won't think of this as well until it's too late. Hussars run top of the Falcs. A lot of them half HP. They're all half HP, and 2 tap. Off it goes. Down it goes. But just getting picked off as well. But balance. Everything balanced here. I think he did get a refund there. Germany does have an untapped eco at the moment. He's getting on the map. He hasn't really been raided too much. Some Vils left side. 1 Hussar looking for a cheeky raid. But the push is moving forward. And War Wagon's still getting decent picks on the Settlers. And Settlers will need to be on the map though to gather resources. Look at all the villagers up here. Oh, Passi. Oh, Passi. Oh, he's missed it. He hasn't really scouted. Oh, he has scouted. He's scouted the elk. He can look. He can click to see the decay. He's going to miss it. But he's going to find a bigger prize on the gold mine. And yeah, these villagers over here, they're zoned off as well. And yes, there's a couple husks going down here raiding. There's a fixed gun being built centrally, but Shake's just praying that he's not getting raided top, and that's not how you want to play Malta. You have to get your economy with your fixed guns, get that defensive structure going with the walls, the depots, fixed guns. We had a couple components here from Shake, but quite a lot of the most important parts were missing, and Jeremy's managed just to stroll in. A couple more setup wagons will go down. God, these are so beefy, aren't they? So beefy. 405 HP with greatcoats. They don't get stronger with the HP bonus because they're not Maltese units. But Falc's moving across. More wagons still being made. More coal's being made as well. And the 8-lounge shipment. Who can forget the 8-lounge shipment? Well, good, nice timing. Lucky they survive. The thing is, fixed guns are only good if they can get a sizable trade-off. But Culverin should be able to put pain to this. Don't run the Vils though. Don't run the Vils. Keep the gold mine. Fixed guns don't do too much damage to Vils. There's a depot. And seeing that actually makes me think that Shake's panicking here. Can we see the greatest boom of all time? Passi won't let this happen. He's just going to right-click this, and I think that's fine. Does lose another 3 skirmishes to the depot, to the fixed gun. Backdoor raid on the fire throwers, veteran sentinels. Fire throwers are age 2. Could be age 3. Does actually have the artillery foundry down. They are strong. Actually, will pick off the falconets. I think they should be able to with the fire throwers. But he realizes the war wagon mass is unchallenged. The central gold is unchallenged. Passi's economy is taking off. And Passi's defeated Shake with Shake's favourite civ at the moment. GG, what a game. Well played, my man. And, Shake's been saying that he's been beating players like Skirmisher, Maito, Egorex are coming left, right, and centre. But versus Passi, it's just a mental block versus him. Passi playing exceptionally well versus Shake. I think has won most of his series versus Shake in the past and continues to play well to this day as well. And although quite a lot of that early play I was not fully content with, I think what Passi did well was keep his options open. He was never fully committed. The early engagement there from Shake in the fourth stage actually went really, really well. Managed to secure his age up to the 3rd. But it all started to fall apart with either defensive / pointless fixed gun. Fixed guns not covering each other. Really overextending with that age up town centre instead of plodding it in the trees, the gold mine. All this could be Wignacourt benefited. And going for a really weird mix of Sentinel and some Cav. It's alright. It did work. There could be a higher potential for crossbow pike here due to the potential lack of gold, but no, gold's pretty fine for him as well. So I think just Passi, when he committed to the artillery, was the winning move. And the thing is, although in low numbers fixed guns do kill artillery, Passi had 8 pieces, and a lot of them still survived after that initial fight with the fixed guns, so he still could use them for other benefits like killing the sentinels, the villagers, and town centre. So GG there. Love that one. So many villagers went down in that fight by the town centre, and that's where basically the game started to fall apart drastically there for our Maltese player. Shame, because I love long game multiplayer plays, but it was actually a really interesting game this was, and I'm kind of glad to see that Passi didn't just get into a shell and panic over the fixed guns. Actually got the head screwed on straight, thinking, what does he need to do next to win the game? Managed to execute that. And it's the second game. We'll move on to the third game now, and I'll see you guys in the next one.